Hey guys, thought Saturday was a good day. Sunday's gonna be an even better day. We made it to another full week of the programming. We made it to another full week of life. The creator is good, all right? So, what's happening here today? I call this the kitchen sink part 2, right? We wanna do some inchworms, right? Inchworms, you'll walk out, you'll push up. And with these today, you can either walk in with your feet or walk back with your hands, whatever feels good for you in the moment, right? So just, again, lock out the legs, come down as far as you can, walk your hands out, push up, walk your hands in. So that's version 1. Another version is that you push back, walk out with your hands, push up, walk your feet in, keeping your legs straight. That's version 2. Whichever one you guys want to do, go ahead, have fun with that. Once you guys get done with the inchworms, you want to go into some dumbbell push press, right? Stop at the shoulder, push, push, push. If you guys notice, I'm using my legs to generate momentum into the bell, and I'm using my arms to finish off the movement over my head. Once we get done with that, we want to do some dumbbell deadlifts. Cool thing, if you guys hold them in the middle, your grip will be more taxed, and then you actually have to go a little bit further, right? So if you guys kind of hold the top of the bell and let the handles kind of hang this way, it's completely cool. Ideally, you want to keep the weight in the middle of the foot, in the middle of the foot, the middle of the body. Soft knees, push back, drop down, stand up, right? It's okay if the dumbbells can't get to the ground. Push back, drop down, stand up. What's more important is your back stays flat. So what we want you to avoid is a flat back just to touch the ground, right? It's not that deep. Figuratively and literally, all right? Once we get done with that, we got some air squats. Again, kind of think of our wall balls earlier in the week, feet shoulder width apart. Push the knees out, send the hips back, keep the chest tall. Hips break below the knee, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, right? I know it's kind of easier to kind of do this, right? That's not the point, all right? Squat to your potential, all the way down, all the way up. Once we get done with that, we want to take the slam ball. Now, slam ball, think of a kettlebell swing, hips, arms, right? Hips, arms, throw it down like you're mad at it, and then immediately when it hits the ground, you apologize, you pick it right back up, and then it pisses you off again, and then throw it back down. So rinse and repeat that cycle for however many reps, right? Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Oh, hey, I'm sorry, all right? So that's your slam ball. Once you guys get done with the slam balls, you guys have these burpee deadlifts. So we just did some deadlifts. So we just want to do a burpee with it. So elbows on the ground, chest to the ground, jump up, deadlifts, right? So that'll be your burpee deadlift. Once you guys get done with that, you guys will go to a machine of choice, a rower, a ski erg, a bike, Assault Echo or C2. And then once that comes and goes, we got these plank drag throughs with the dumbbell. So only one dumbbell. What happens is that we hang out in a plank and then we reach underneath our body, keeping our hips square, drag it through the other side. Reach underneath our body, keep the hips square, drag it to the other side. So that's the drag through. You guys might want to pick it up and place it. But then with the opposite for it being drag, we didn't do that. We just picked it up to the other side. So drag it through the best way possible, and then that'll be it, right? So I usually don't coach Sundays, but I might show up on Sunday just to see our community do this, because these tuck-ups, it's interesting to watch, right? We want to explode, hands hit the knee. Hopefully the knees are above the waist, but it's just something that we got to get used to leaving the ground in a more explosive fashion, all right? So our tuck-ups, we just want to drive up, tuck up. If that's not available to you guys, it's completely chill. We just want to probably like load and explode as high as we can. Explode as high as we can. If you guys can jump, again, it'll be in your best interest to jump, all right? So either you guys do that straight leg jump, or you guys try to drive your knees to your hands, keeping your knees in line with your waist. That'll be great. So those will be your tuck ups. This is, shout out to Chelsea. This is a good gymnastics move. Kind of embodies a lot of stuff. This active press through your shoulders as your feet's coming through space, right? So we got these parallel shoot throughs. And if I can be honest and vulnerable, you guys, with these new parallettes, I'm still not sure which way they go. Sometimes I like them this way, sometimes I like them this way. So depending on what we're doing, depending on who you ask, you know, just know we got a 50-50 chance of being right, all right? And so with these shoot throughs, you want to start in this push-up plank, and then since this is a gymnastics movement, I'm really going to like encourage you guys to kind of have this nice arch through the middle of your back, right? This nice hollow position, because this is like a transferable position, so we want to get tall here, all right? So with the shoot throughs, a couple ways we can, well, a couple ways to break this down is that from that position, we want to pull our knees into our chest. And then if we stop in the middle, that'll be available. So boom, knees to chest, stop in the middle. And then from here, we want to push down, and then we want to shoot our feet out, right, to this position here. And then stop in the middle, and then jump back here, right? So that'll be that movement broken up into parts. Right, so for people that is their first exposure to this movement, for people where this movement is still uncomfortable, just go ahead and like break it up into those segments. For the people that just wanna, this movement is quite fun, right? So for the people that wanna do this, what's super important is that you press down on the bar the entire time, and then you just think about tucking your knees to your chest and shooting your feet out in front of you with high hips, right? So when we're here, I wanna create as much space as possible, knees to chest, high hips. Then on the way back, the same thing, right? Pressing down, knee to chest, shoot back. And so that'll be it without the stops, the parallel shoot throughs. Then you guys, I have some glute bridges, all right? You guys can use a bench, you guys can use the floor, you guys can load the weight, however you guys wanna do that. You got your glute bridges here. All right. If you guys want to get fun with them, you know, take a single leg, kind of create some variety in this part. We got some tuck ups. We got some tuck ups. And so the tuck ups is just when you're here and then you squeeze in, back down, squeeze in, back down, squeeze in. And then the last movement that we have exposed is a wall sit. These are fun. I wish we programmed these more, right? You just find a wall and you sit, right? Knee in line with the hips, right? Back against the wall, boom. And if this is too easy for you, hold something, all right? Or have somebody sit on your lap, whichever one, right? You guys will hold this for several seconds, I'm assuming. Then once you get done, stand up and come out. All right, guys, so those are all of the movements for Kitchen Sink Part 2, AKA Sunday, AKA we made it to the end of the week, AKA you guys are awesome, AKA we are awesome, AKA have a good time. See ya.